Hello, lovely people on Facebook. I hope you're having a really nice Saturday. Yay! It's the weekend. Hi, I'm Sammie Aurora, and I'm going to be with you for a little while. I'm going to be doing your questions, answering your questions with my cards, and I'm also looking at being triggered. Have you ever experienced that? Have you ever had someone say something to you, and all of a sudden you're like, and it just makes you incensed? Oh, it happened to me last night. And what it was, I was being quite vulnerable with someone, quite honest and emotional and open. And then this person came back at me with, you should do this and you shouldn't be doing that. And I was like, I didn't ask for their advice. I just needed someone to listen and maybe to feedback on what I was saying. And they started telling me what to do. And I thought, why does this happen? Why does this happen? And I'm getting better at dealing with it, because previously I used to sort of fight back at them and get into these fights, and you see it all the time on Facebook, don't you? But I was like, look, I didn't ask for your opinion. I hung up on the person, and then I sent them a message like about 15 minutes later once I'd calmed myself down, sort of asserting my boundary. And I thought, why? What was it that that person said that all of a sudden made my mood go zoom? And it comes down to the core beliefs I've found. I'm always asking myself these questions because I want to make the subconscious conscious. I don't want to be running on a subconscious program. I want to be living consciously, and it's impossible to do all the time. But I feel that's something I share with you lot, because you're lovely. You're all light workers. You're interested in personal growth, self-development, psychic awareness. So I thought I'd share that with you. And what I believe it was in my case is, by this person coming back and not giving me maybe the empathy that I had expected from them and telling me you should do this and you shouldn't be doing that, I felt like they were saying, you're not good enough, you're invalid, your choices are wrong. And really, don't want to be friends with people like that, do we? But that was why. And I think it's deep down, I feel sometimes like I'm not good enough. And I think we all get that. I think we all get that because we live in a culture where we're bombarded with advertising all the time. Buy this, buy that, it will make you better. It's like there's something inherently missing from us. And we're all whole people, but I think we forget that sometimes. So yeah, I thought I'd share that with you. And if you've been triggered recently, how do you deal with it? But I've got better at bouncing back and not fighting back and just setting the boundary and reasserting my truth. So I'd love to hear your views on that. I really love seeing what you've all got to say and learning from each other. I'm coming to say hello to you. I see that you've been posting in the comments. I see we've got Tiffany here. We've got Alison. Hello. We've got Nicole. Catriona. Hello. Nikki's here. Tasnian. Hi. Natasha, Naomi, Andrea. Welcome to you all. Christy. Thank you all for saying hello. Cindy's here, Donna's here, Chris, hi. And Gina, hello. Welcome, all of you. So, as you know, we're quite new to Facebook, and I have been told that we are only 10 followers away from getting to 1,600 followers. That's amazing, because if you remember in December, over the Christmas period, we weren't even at 1,000 followers, and it happened during one of my broadcasts in December that we got to 1,000 followers. So thank you so much, all of you that have been liking and sharing. And now we only need 10 more, and we're going to get to 1,600. So that is amazing. Thank you very much for helping us grow this community. It's really lovely to have a community of like-minded people. So if you do share, do write in the comments, because I always choose someone that has shared the broadcast for a 5-card reading, and I'll do that in a couple of minutes. But first, I'm going to pick a couple of you for a 1-card reading. Donna, I'm drawn to you. So you want to have a love reading. Okay, Donna, let's pick a card for Donna. All right, so if I sound a bit weird, I feel like I'm getting a cold, or I hope not, but sorry if I sound a little bit weird. Donna, right, deep breath for you. Send that energy into the cards, please. Charging them up, focusing on the energy of love. Right, we're ready. Ooh, what a beautiful card. You've got the Strength card. So this is a major arcana card. And what I'm getting from my guides around this is that you've been tested. You have really been tested in the area of love. You've been knocked down before. You've got yourself back up again. And I'm feeling like this card is reminding you of your inner strength and that you have been through a lot in your personal relations, but you always come back stronger, and you're learning and you're growing and you're developing. So the message of this card is that you are strong, that strength will serve you in your love relationships, and I'm getting shown like a bond. I feel like the bond between you and someone, I'm feeling this is a romantic connection that I'm picking up on, will become stronger. So if you're not currently attached, I feel that you will be soon, because you are, I'm seeing this strong bond attachment to a romantic attachment. Yeah, and also that this is a soulmate. And I feel that you've already done a lot of learning. You've learned a lot of your spiritual lessons, and that is why you are so strong. Yay! What a lovely way to start. What a nice energy to come through there. Okay, Cindy would like a love card. Yes, Cindy, let's do you a love card. So deep breaths, Cindy, sending that in. Okay, let's have a look. Oh! What are the odds of this? You saw me shuffle them. We've got the same card for you, Cindy. Exactly the same card. 78 cards, or 76, is it? I always get confused. But the same card. What are the odds of that? There must be something going on astrologically with the same card coming up twice in a row. That's very unusual for a thing like that to happen. So what I'm getting for you from my guide, Cindy, as I tune into the energy of this card, is something about biting back. And they're playing me a song, the Katy Perry song, Raw. So there's a feeling here that you're someone that's been really kind and caring, and sometimes you've sort of put your own needs aside so that someone else can have their way. And I feel like you're standing your ground now, and you're going to be like, no, this is my boundary, this is what I want, this is what I need. There's a real sense that with you, you're learning to roar, that you're not going to be putting up with any crap in your general relationships, and particularly the romantic relations, because I feel like you do work hard to please people because you're nice and you're kind and you're caring, but you're also recognizing, hang on a minute, am I getting the same amount of energy back? Right, I'm going to step back and I'm going to do something for myself. So there's a real sense that you're standing your ground and putting your energy first, not expending your energy if it's not being reciprocated, is the strength that I'm picking up for you. That the courage to stand in your own power is what I'm getting for you, Cindy. How lovely to have two people get the strength card just as we've started the broadcast. That's really nice, particularly as I'm talking about triggers, which is when someone kind of hits our Achilles heel, they trigger that weakness and we're all like, wah. But yeah, sometimes we forget our own strength. So that was lovely having two strength cards come through. All right, so I'm scrolling through and I'm going to find someone. Okay, Dominique, you've got me again. Dominique, you get me every time with all those emoticons. And you shared. Okay, I'll give you the 5-card reading. So 5-card reading for Dominique. She's sent me beautiful emoticons. I've got a bow, I've got some love hearts, and a laughy face and a butterfly, and it says, delightful Sammie shared, I've been triggered in the last couple of days, had to reevaluate myself to see why it's triggered me and what it's teaching me that I need to grow within myself. Took time out and went for my sea salt bath. Yay, that's exactly what I did last night, Dominique. And gave myself an extra dose of self-love. Card, please, lovely. Thank you for sharing that, Dominique. Bless your heart. That makes me feel like I'm not on my own, because they just come out of the blue, don't they, when people trigger us? And I did the same thing. I had a nice salt bath to try and get my energy back up. So Dominique, because you've shared, I'll do you the 5 cards and let's have a look. So sending that energy into the cards. Okay, so sending that energy in, charging them up. Okay, let's have a look. Oh, so the first card out for you, 3 of Pentacles. So this is about working things out, kind of as you said in your message. In this sense, it's working out your self-development, your shadow work, finding out what's going on inside. And also, I'm getting the energy of sacrifice in that area. So often we get triggered because we're working too hard to please another person. It may be that we want that person to like us, or it may be that we're working too hard on behalf of other people and neglecting our own needs. So there's a sense, Dominique, that you're working on your shadow side development, on your psychic development, your personal development, but at the same time you're looking at your workload generally. And when I talk about work in this context, I mean all the things we have to do in life in general. There's a sense that you're weighing things up and figuring out, where can I make space for myself? Where can I do things differently? We have got the Two of Swords in your block. So there is something in your history where you have had injustice seriously occur to you, and often when we get triggered, it's like we're being reminded of that thing that happened years ago, and sometimes we've forgotten that thing, but we keep replaying the feelings of that thing, and it could just be the tiniest little thing that triggers us. So I feel like there is something in your past where you were truly victimized, and that's connected to the triggers. And so that's up to you to sort of figure out what that is and make peace with it and let it go. And I'm sorry that happened to you, because it's never nice to feel like that. It's never nice to feel powerless. But you have also got the emotional rebirth card here, which is excellent. That's all about that stuff coming through. So when we are triggered, at least it gets the energy moving, and as long as we don't push it back down by numbing ourselves with the TV or some other distraction, as long as we allow ourselves to be present, feel it, what's going on with me, why am I feeling like this, what's the root of this, what's the cause of this, it brings the energy up and out. So it's almost like doing the laundry, cleaning out all the crappy stuff that we don't need anymore. And then what I've got for your outcome, Dominique, is the Judgment card. So this is about you kind of having a new mindset, like, right, I'm not going to be putting up with that anymore. I'm not going to be putting up, I'm going to be doing this. So there's a sense almost like you're rearranging your life. It's like they're showing me a jigsaw puzzle, right? And the jigsaw puzzle was all put together wrong. The pictures weren't quite right, and you've kind of ripped that apart, and you're putting the pictures back together, and the picture's all coming clearer for you now. So this is good, really positive energy coming through. So a trigger can be a good thing if we're willing to do the work to move through it, like Dominique has. What a lovely reading, how inspiring. Thank you very much, Dominique, for sharing and allowing me to read for you. Okay, so I shall come back into the comments now and see what's going on in the Tasnian. I feel drawn to you. Let's do a card for Tasnian. All right, so deep breath, Tasnian, sending that energy into the cards, charging them up. Okay, right. Let's see. Ooh, this is interesting. What I'm getting for you, Tasnian, is new ideas and putting the ideas into the action. So I'm getting like almost inspiration coming through on the level of your mind, and I feel like I want to grab a pen and write it down. You know when you just feel inspired and then it just flows through you and you start writing, and it's not like it's you writing, it's like you're downloading that straight from the universe. I'm getting this for you. I'm feeling you're going to be inspired. You're going to want to grab a pen, you're going to write it down, and it feels like it could be creative. Like it could be a poem, it could be a book, it could be an article. It feels just really uplifting in the style of energy. And I feel if you were to share it, people would relate to it. So I'm feeling this is part of your spiritual mission to write whatever this is coming through. Could be a plan, could be a creative thing, my guides are saying. So pay attention to your inspirations and keep a pen nearby, because I feel you're going to need it. Lots of love and light to you. So hi everyone, I'm Sammie Aurora. I work on Psychic Channel 680, Psychic Today. I'm going to be logged onto the phone lines later between 8 and 11 if you'd like to come through to me for a more in-depth reading. But I'm with you currently on Facebook doing your 1-card readings, and I'll be offering at least one more 5-card reading. Maybe I'm going to do 2. Maybe I'm going to do 2. So if you're joining us for the very first time, please do like and follow our page. Like and follow our page. We're very new to Facebook, and we do these broadcasts quite regularly, a few times a week. So if you like and follow, you will get notified when we are coming on. And yeah, if we get to the 1,600 followers today, I'm going to do an extra 5-card reading, because we only needed 10 more. So I'm coming back into the comments now to see. Okay, Gina. I'm drawn to you. What lovely emoticons you've sent. So Gina, let's have a look. All right, sending that energy into the cards for me, Gina. Charging them up. Okay, let's have a look. Sending that energy in. All right, let's see. Oh, this is nice, Gina. You have got the 10 of Pentacles. The 10 of Pentacles is a beautiful card. It's a card of security and feeling like you have everything needed, feeling in a state of abundance, feeling in a state of I am enough, I have enough, and feeling supported by the people around you. So I feel like what you're doing right now is this essential working to bring that state of awareness in your life. And I feel like you sometimes have it, like you're running out of it. It's almost like you're going from the vibration to love to fear, love to fear. But I feel you're going to take a leap and you're going to stay up there on that vibration of love, on that vibration of abundance. I feel like whatever you're doing right now is the right thing to do, that you're on the right path. Keep doing it. You're moving in a good direction, and really lovely energy coming through with you staying on that level of abundance. Really nice. And I get that people generally like you as well. There's quite a cozy vibe coming through. Lots of love and light. Oh, Claire. Oh, thank you for sharing, Claire. Claire has said working class folk usually have imposter syndrome. So we often think we are not good enough. So I'm a working class person. That makes sense to me. I don't care what people think anymore. I've reached liberation in the Yoga Sutras. Oh, that's so cool, Claire. Does anybody else do yoga? I love yoga. I did anti-gravity yoga this week for the first time. That person telling you what to do was just protecting her own insecurities. People feel the need to tell others how to live are not happy in their own lives. Isn't that the truth? Isn't that the truth? People who tell others how to live are not happy in their own lives. You are an indigo free spirit, and you don't. Oh no, it's gone. I've lost you, Claire. I will thank you for that wonderful comment. Thank you so much for sharing, Claire. That was really kind of you. The comment's gone now, so I will read it. I do read your comments after I finish. I love to see your insights on the topic of discussion, which today, if you are just joining us, is triggered. We're talking about being triggered, why we get triggered, what is it within us that makes us go, ah! And I'd love to hear your insight in how you deal with that, and what you think, you know, we could do to look after ourselves and each other better, because it happens a lot on Facebook, doesn't it? I don't know how many follows we've got yet, but if we get to the 1,600 follows, I will be doing another 5-card reading extra. I don't know if there's a way I can check. Okay, I'm drawn to Ruby. I think I should do a card for Claire as well, because it was really kind of her to put that insight in. So let's do Claire, and then we'll do you, Ruby. You want a romance. So Claire first. Deep breath, Claire, sending that energy into the cards, charging them up. And oh, Claire. Okay. Well, the cards have just exploded for you. So my guides obviously want you to have 3 cards, and not just the 1 card that I was planning. And yes, Claire. Yes, Claire. So what I've got for you in your foundation, which is the past, is the 5 of Pentacles. So this is kind of like what you were describing in your share about the triggered stuff, you know, that, oh, we're working class, sometimes we have imposter syndrome. That's then, so the lack mentality, the not good enough. So you've gone past that, because that's coming up in the energy of the past. And what I have for you now, Claire, is the Ace of Swords. So this is all new ideas, new insight, new ways of thinking. So you really have gone and changed your attitude, changed your belief system, changed your perception to the way that you perceive and how you react to the way that others perceive you. So that is hardcore sort of shadow work that you've done there and already achieved. Well done, Claire. And then for your future, it's interesting you said about indigo spirits, because us indigo spirits, we're all about justice, social justice. You have the justice card. So this is the card of balance. This is the card of fairness. This is the card of what you have put out will come back to you. And I get from your energy that you're a very kind, caring person and you put a lot of good out. So all that good is coming back to you and you will be living in a state of balance, a state of alignment, and your yoga will enable you to do that as well, Claire. So what lovely cards. That's a journey right there. They just flew out, landed in a 3-card spread, past, present and future, and what a beautiful picture that has painted for us all. Thank you ever so much, Claire, for sharing. Now, Ruby, I did say, didn't I? I did say that I would do you a card. So we need 7 more followers. I've just been told 7 more followers to get to 1600. So if that happens before the end of my broadcast, I will do an extra 5-card reading. So if you are watching us for the first time, please do like and follow us. We're quite new to Facebook and we're building a community of spiritual seekers and like-minded people. And we come on here a few times a week to offer free guidance. So if you are watching for the first time, please do follow us and you'll be notified of when we're live so you can get your free readings. So, okay, Ruby, you asked for a card on romance. Deep breath, sending that energy into the cards, charging them up, and let's see. Okay, Ruby, let's have a look. Oh, well, Ruby, do you know what? This card's been coming out loads since New Year's Eve, the 6 of Swords. It's been coming out a lot. And it's kind of similar to what we were just discussing with Claire's reading. It's all about having a paradigm shift, a mind shift, changing the attitude, changing the perception. And it's been happening. This card's just been out loads since New Year's Eve because I think collectively it's that time of year we're like, right, I'm going to change. I'm going to do something different. So there's a sense here that in your love relationships, you're doing things differently. You're watching the way that you relate to people and you're improving the way that you relate to people to get that deeper level of intimacy, that deeper spiritual connection. So that's really lovely, that sense that you're truly, authentically connecting with people in the romantic energy level, because not everybody can do that. A lot of people, they can connect, but they cannot sort of truly, intimately, authentically connect. And that's what I'm getting for you. It's like you're letting go of anything that doesn't serve you on the level of the mind, any beliefs that don't serve you. Positive thinking, I am worthy as well, I'm getting, is that you know your worth, you know your worth, you know what you have to offer in a connection and you're valuing yourself. So this is lovely. It's a vibrational shift for you, Ruby. Thank you very much. Okay, so we'll play my game now, my psychic game, because as you know, I do believe that everybody is psychic. I really believe that. And I saw something last night. I'll share this with you viewers. Gwyneth Paltrow, you know, she's got the Goop series. She's just launched a new series on Netflix, and there's a very interesting episode that if you have it, you're all gonna love it. Exploring psychic staff and mediumship, and some of her staff go on a mediumship workshop, and it talks about the science that they're doing, studying this stuff. So interesting. And this medium that's featured in the show, like me, also believes that everybody is psychic. So I thought you might like that. I thought I'd share that with you because I just watched it last night. Oh, thank you, John. I just saw your compliment. You like the starlights. Thank you ever so much, John. Okay, so what we're going to do now, lovely viewers, please remember to follow the page if you're watching for the first time, because we only need 7 more followers to get to 1600, and I'm going to give an extra 5-card reading if we do it in this broadcast. I'd really love to do that. That would be lovely. So if you're watching for the first time, please do like and follow. We come live a few times a week to offer free readings. So if you're into this sort of stuff, it really is worth just giving us a follow. Okay, so what we're going to do, we're going to play my psychic development game. As I said, I believe everybody's psychic, so we're going to test your abilities. So I'm going to choose 3 cards, and then we're going to pick one, and whoever gets it right first will win the 5-card reading, and hopefully we'll have another 5-card reading after this if we make our target. So we've got 3 cards that I want you to look at, and remember the numbers. So this is the first card, and it's card number 32, Clown of the Crossroads. You just need to remember the numbers, just the numbers. So do you think that that's the card that I'm going to choose, or do you think I'm going to choose card number 33, the Proud Chariot, 33? Or do you think it's going to be card number 40, Bright Baby? So your choices are, you get 3 choices. I want you to write in the comments box one of the numbers. I'm going to turn them all over, shuffle them, and pick one. And whoever gets it right first gets a 5-card reading. So again, once more, the cards are card number 32, card number 33, that's 33, or card number 40. So I'm putting them all face down on the table. They're all face down now. I have no idea. Oh, thank you, Dominique. Oh, bless you. Oh, Dominique's just sent a very lovely comment. Thank you, Dominique. She catches me with all the emoticons. All right, so the cards are all face down on the table, and I'm shuffling them now. So it's 32, 33, or 40. Which one do you think it's going to be? And whoever gets it right first gets the 5-card reading. Okay. It is... I don't know which one it is. Let's find out together. Whoop. Ah, it's card number 33. Card number 33. Let's have a look. Who was the first one to get it right? Okay, so I'm coming into the comments to see. All right, I am. Oh, thank you all of you that have written lots of messages. I do read them after I stop the broadcast. Oh yes, Marianne, it's excellent. Marianne says she wants to try anti-gravity yoga. I loved it. It's like a deep tissue massage when you're hanging upside down. It's really fun. And thank you for sharing, Marianne. That's very kind of you. Hello, TW. Welcome to the broadcast. Oh, Sandy! Do you know what? Sandy's just put, I feel embarrassed asking you for a reading based on my last comment. Hope I'm forgiven. Do you know what Sandy did? Sandy said, is Sammie drunk? I do come across quite drunk, don't I? I'm just naturally bubbly. Forgiving you, Sandy. We had a laugh about it. We had a laugh about my blood alcohol levels. But no. Not drunk, just naturally weird in a good way. But yes, Sandy, you are forgiven. Okay. I am scrolling through the comments, trying to see who was the first one. Oh, bless you, Sandy. Yeah, so Sandy said, my ex, after many years, still triggers my negativity, but responsible for that is mentally allowing it. Partly, yeah. I think sometimes it's hard, isn't it, to take responsibility for our side. And it is really hard to just stop ourselves from mentally allowing it because it's a subconscious thing. But yeah, often it's people close to us that push our buttons, isn't it? Because they know where the buttons are. I've had to set boundaries with certain family members for that very reason, because that's the only place I do have power. I can't control their behavior. I can only control my boundaries. But yeah, we can't go through life without ever getting triggered, but it's nice to hear you all sharing how you deal with it. I think sharing brings us together. Okay, so I'm scrolling down, lots of comments. I do like to just skim past the comments as I'm doing this game just to see if anything jumps out. Okay, I've got to the questions. I think Christy, you got it right. Well done, Christy. Marianne, thank you for playing. John, you got it right. Well done. John got it right. So I'm not sure who was first. Can someone verify who the first one was? I think people are saying it was Christy who was first. Sometimes there's a little bit of confusion, viewers, because you might send it and then it comes up later in the time screen on ours than it does on yours. So I always ask other people to verify. Marianne got it right. Okay, so it was Christy. It's been verified that it was Christy. But remember, like, if by the end of the broadcast we've got to 1,600 followers, I will offer another 5-card reading. So if you've not liked and followed our page, please do it now, because we just need seven more followers, and we have reached 1,600, which is a nice round number. Yay! So please like and follow if you haven't already, and I'll check what it is at the end of the broadcast, and if we've got to 1,600, I'll do one more 5-card reading. So Christy, send that energy into the cards for me, charging up the cards for me, Christy, and let's have a look what comes through. All right, I feel we're ready. Okay. Oh, Christy, have you been feeling a little bit like emotional? There's a lot of water energy coming through, emotional energy, and feeling like not quite centered emotionally at the moment. But I feel from that place you are taking action. So they say, don't they, there is strength in vulnerability, and sometimes when we're feeling a little bit vulnerable emotionally, all of a sudden we get this surge of energy that comes from it, and then we feel action orientated. And I can see you taking actions in the not too distant future. My guides are giving me about 4 weeks time. In 4 weeks time you're going to be ding, it's like you're springing into action before spring has even kicked in. We need one more follower, one more, and I'll offer another 5-card reading after this, I've just been told. So yes, Christy, I can see you transcending that kind of emotional energy and taking positive action. And from the positive action, I feel that you will get results. There's something about putting someone in the block area, a male energy, or some masculine energy is in the block area. So I don't know if someone's not talking to you, or you feel like you don't want to talk to someone, but there's something about a male, kind of almost authoritarian. If someone said something to you, like what to do, I feel the general message with this masculine energy. It's about sort of patriarchal views and owning your own power and standing in your own power, generally equal to the rest of humanity. That's what I'm getting for you, Christy. So there's a sense that you're going through a bit of a shake-up here on a core level, but they're showing you the tree, and the trunk of the tree is shaken and the leaves are falling down, but it's only the leaves that the tree doesn't need anymore, the old dead leaves that were going to fall off anyway. So by giving it a shake, they just fall off a little bit quicker, and then doop, new leaves have grown. So there is a sense that you need to be gentle with yourself. Just keep moving forward, my guides are saying. Keep putting one foot in front of the other, because you're on a very intense spiritual growth journey right now. And as I said, in about 4 weeks time, you're going to feel like you're done walking through the mud, and ding, you're going to be off into action and enjoying your life and feeling on that high vibration again, Christy. Lots of love and light to you. Thank you. So I think we just needed one more follower to get to 1,600. Have we got to 1,600 yet, viewers? I hope so. I'd love to do one more reading. So I'm not sure how many we've got at the moment. Thank you, those of you that have shared. Bless you. That's so kind of you to share. Okay. I'm in the comments. Oh, you're arguing over who got it by first, bless yous. Sometimes there's a lag, like there's a time delay. So I just go with like who's coming up generally on most people's screens. So I don't know how many followers we're on at the moment, but yeah, I was going to do another 5-card reading if we got to 1,600, because it just seems like a nice thing to do. So have we got one more? Okay. Okay, we've done it. Yay! Well done. Yay! Thank you ever so much. Bless yous. Okay, we're going to do one more extra reading, and I'm going to choose someone that has recently commented. So I'm coming into the comments to choose someone for a 5-card reading, and let's see who pops out first. Okay, Marianne, I think you got it right, didn't you? And you didn't get picked, and I'm sorry if those of you got it right and you feel that you came in first, but it's like I just have to go with what most people can see on their screen. But Marianne, I will do you the 5-card reading because I think you also got it right. So Marianne, all right, that's fair enough, isn't it? I would sit here all day and do readings for all of you, but I can't. I've got some other stuff I need to be getting on with. And oh yeah, before I go, I better tell you I won't be here next week because I'm going on holiday. So I'll be back a week on Saturday if you want to talk to me, but I will be logging into the phone lines and available on the Mystic Call app between 8 and 11 this evening, and that may be the last time you'll get me before I'm off on my hollybobs. Yay! Sending that energy into the cards for me, Marianne, charging them up for me. Let's see what's coming through for you. Okay, right, let's see. Okay, oh, Marianne, okay, so I know we had quite a strong full moon this month, didn't we? We had the wolf moon, and the moon has come through for the very first card for you, Marianne, so I feel that you are someone that is deeply connected to the moon energy. Oh, okay, I just got a book. I haven't even read it yet, but my guides want you to consider looking at this book. It's called Moonology. I've got a book called Moonology, and so I'm going to be learning more about the moon and the cycles of the moon. But Marianne, my guides say that you would probably do well with that book as well, because you're very connected to the moon. So yeah, when you're coming past the full moon, you may feel like your energy's going a little bit like that, they're saying. There's feelings like inspiration is ready to come through for you. It's almost like it's queued. Like there's ideas that are being ready to download from the universe for you, but they're likening it to a computer. You know, when you try to download something and they're like, you have to delete some old files. I'm feeling like you're having a clearance process in your energy body. So it might be energy blocks, emotional blocks, old beliefs. You're taking them out and you're making space for the new. And as soon as you've got the space, ding, ding, these new ideas are going to come in from the universe, and they're really going to uplift you and charge you up. And there's also some purposeful mission around it. I wonder if it's connected to the moon for you, Marianne, because it's interesting that I got shown that book, because I wouldn't usually recommend a book that I haven't read yet, but my guides were saying tell her about the book Moonology. I think it's Yasmin Boland, and there's a card deck that goes with it, but I haven't got the card deck either yet. But yeah, just because you're very strong moon energy. Yeah, so you are going through the transition. You have got 6 of Swords, but it's in your block area, so it means like it's not been going as smoothly as it could for you. You may have been hitting up at some blocks for your intellectual transition. So be gentle with yourself, give yourself plenty of space, and things are coming into balance. Your final card is the Queen of Swords. So this is about head-heart alignment, work-life balance, energy balance, yin-yang balance. So you're kind of just going with the flow at the moment, the flow of the energy, and the energy's taking you for a bit of a ride. It's like you're on a river on a rapids and woo, but you'll be fine, and then the river will become calm and you'll see where you are, and you'll feel collective, ready to plan that new journey, which is what that inspirational card was about. And there's something about a younger energy. Now, I can't tell if this is your inner teenager or if there is a teenager around you, Marianne, but I'm getting like a teenage energy and a disagreement between a female teenager. Now, that could be your inner teenager. Was there something you wanted to do when you were a teenager that you never got to do, or is there literally a disagreement with a teenager around you? Watch out for that, and my guides are saying listen, just listen to what it wants. So if it's your inner teenager, it's like, what do you want in a teenager? And if it's a real teenager, ask them what they want and listen. And if it's appropriate, you know, you can work out a plan, but I feel that you'll know what to do in the moment with that. Loads of love and light to you, Marianne. Thank you. I'm sorry that I never get to all of you, but you can get me later on the phone lines through Mystic Call app, which is available to download from the App Store and Google Play for free, and I'll be on there between 8 and 11 p.m. this evening if you'd like to come through to me for a call. And I'll also be on the Psychic Today television show intermittently. I'm working from home, so I'll be on screen, so you can send in a text through the Mystic Call app for me from 8 o'clock to 11, and I'll get to do your text. They'll get me on screen to answer your text messages, and I believe they only cost £1. So, and I do you like a 5-card reading at least when you send me a text for £1. So it's been lovely. Oh, I hope you all have a lovely rest of the weekend. Thank you very much, all of you who shared and liked. It's been another milestone for us today, getting to 1,600 followers. So thank you very, very much. And I hope you all have a lovely, peaceful weekend and nobody gets triggered. Bye for now.